Okay, I want to pull some cards on the Repugliuglies, this new thing that come out, this debt ceiling thing that they just passed, where they're trying to tank the economy by taking away all of these things. I mean, it's just when you hear the list of things they want to take away, it's beyond disgusting. I'll put the link to Midas Touch on this subject, and you can see what the Democrats had to say, and that they're celebrating that they are trying to tank the economy and then blame it on Biden. It's the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. We have the Repugliuglies that come into office, and they give all these tax cuts and everything to the wealthy, which adds the burden to the economy. Then they want to take away from the poor to try to adjust it, and then they want to blame the Democrats. Unfreaking believable. So I'm just going to pull cards and just see what they have to say. What can you tell us about this ploy that they're up to and that they have been doing for, years? For years and years and years. It's always the same thing. The Repugliuglies come in, they add so much debt to America because of their actions, and then the next cycle they blame the Democrats for it. So let's see, going into it we have, who's getting what where? Okay, so they want to take away from the poor, just barely give them a little bit of handouts, while they continue to do everything they can to kowtow to the rich. So what we have above it is, who are they pandering to? Who is it that they're actually giving poison to, and who is it they're giving benefit to? Okay? It's always giving benefit to the rich and taking away from the poor, and then blaming the Democrats. And how is this? The foundation of it is crazy, okay? The foundation of it is crazy. They've got all this stuff up in the air, the spin cycle, all the things that they're emotionally tied to, wealth and being able to be in control, government, all of these things, the poisonous things that they have, okay? This is what they're offering, okay, in the end. This is the foundation of it. It's driven by their greed and their corruptness, their toxicity. So what do we have now? We have, that we need to start to take some strong action, that we need to look at the actions that are happening to make it better, because now it's horrible. So again, above it we have, this needs to be seen for what it is, the mentality of it, and what's trying to be shifted where. Are we going to shift things for a good transformation, or are we going to continue to allow them to pull this stunt? We need to, again, we got the king and the queen. This is the mental realm, okay, of what kind of transformation, what kind of action. Look at the actions that are being done now. Look at what they just passed and how egregious it is and how it only benefits the rich. And this is their toxic ideology to get Biden out of office, to take away from the poor, from what little we have, to again shut down some of these towers for the airports, make it even more egregious. I mean, you just listen to the stuff that they're doing in this bill to save the economy. Are they taxing the wealthy? No. They're just taking away more and more from the nominal citizens that are actually paying the taxes versus the wealthy, and then blaming the tanked economy on Democrats. This is just so dark, so toxic, so hateful. So at the center of it, we have, dark money. Dark money. They're working on what? Securing, again, things for the wealthy. Above it, this came from who? This came from 45, that he was talking about this plan on tanking the economy, and it affects now, they want to affect Biden. They want to make it look like his administration is the toxic one and causing all these problems to America, because most people aren't watching what's happening in the House. They only know what is changing in their lives. So the foundation of this is we need some justice. Okay? So we need to look at the White House. We need to look at the dark money, the stuff that's happening, and we need to look for justice. So we need to vote these parasites out. These Republicans that are for just the uber wealthy, we need to get them out of government. We need to take away their positions of power and influence. The challenge is the argument. We need to stand up and take action. Okay? We need to be jumping in the fight, because all this comes down to the choices. Okay? So what choice are we going to make? Are we going to continue to walk off the cliff? Are we going to go in zero the ignorance? Or are we going to go to zero the enlightenment, the woke, if you will, to become woken up to the reality, and then basing our actions in that reality, the hidden things, okay? We need to struggle. We need to bring out the hidden things that these toxic, narcissistic parasites that are only out for the wealthy, what is being done. This needs to be unmasked, and we need to get realistic, and we need to vote these people out. The clarification again, taking strong action, being in control of the actions that are taking place now. So again, we have the King and Queen of Swords, the mental realm, taking control of what's being seen, what's being put out there, and King and Queen of Wands, taking control of the actions. Are the controls going to be for the people, or are they going to be continued skewed for the wealthy? We need to be aware of what's there. Above it, we have these dark actions. These uber right are chained to what? Greed, power, sex, whatever it is, guns, all of these dark items, and that's what they want to control. Okay? And the foundation is, again, we need to start to speak out and look at this. We need to get smart about it, is what it's saying. We need to get smart when it comes to actions, when it comes to these toxic elements. So let's see what's under it. Under it, we have strength. The strength of this is what is being struggled with. Okay? And we need to look towards the future. We need to evaluate things well. Okay? And we need to come together. in order to work on this problem by what? Taking new actions, by offering up something better. Because why? We do not like what's coming down the pike with these repugly uglies. So we need to what? We need to get the message out about actions. And we need to, how do I want to say it? We want to, make them retreat, okay? We need to make them retreat where they don't have the voice that they have now, because they're trying to put us out in the cold, and this is what the repugly ugly party, okay? That's their agenda, to put us in control of their hate and their drama. And the driving force under all of this is strength. So what are we going to strengthen? Are we going to allow their toxicity to continue to get stronger? Or are we going to strengthen democracy by shedding light on what these people are doing? So let's look and see. We're going to break down our reading. We're looking at the major arcana first. So we want justice, and justice requires looking at the actions and the consequences of actions, and what is your life path? What way are you walking? Okay, so this is, if we want justice, we need to look at the choices being made, the lifetime choices. We need to look at what's been hidden, okay? What they're trying to hide, what? With their dark endeavors. What is it they keep trying to keep people in the dark about? It needs to be brought into the light as to their choices, their actions, their path that they're walking, and what they want to continue to keep chained by. Okay? So this is so important. That's what the universe is telling us. We need to look at the life path, the choices being made. We need to bring into the light the things they're doing in the dark. We need to continue to rally people, because we have what? Let's go into it and look. This is, what is it they're buying and selling? What is the dark powers that they're working about when it comes to the poor, when it comes to those that are disenfranchised? What's being given, and more importantly, what is taken away? Okay? What are they doing? They want to keep people down at this level. Okay? Make no mistake. They are not elevating these people. Okay? So we need to look at that. We need to be conscious of that. So going into it, what is being exchanged, and look at the things where it's coming from. This is the emotional realm, because we see them. What are they promoting? Look at the things they're promoting for the wealth, stuff for the wealth. You know, doesn't matter what it takes to get to the top, deaths, whatever. We've got the dark dominions. This is about controlling government, snaky things, whatever. And they'll continue to put that out. Okay? So we need to look at what is the mental stuff that's being put out there, and we need to bring out new information. Okay? What is it they're trying to kowtow us with? Are we standing up to fight and putting out the new message as to what's taking place? Again, we come down to the actions, and we need to look at who's in government, who's in the White House, and what is it that's being given. Okay? We need to look at the actions in the fight. And again, what is the action? What's the overriding action? Okay? So this is no joke. We need to get rid of these ones. And, you know, I've seen this for a long time. The Republicans, they continue to give these tax dodges and all of these things for the wealthy, then keep taking away from the poor, taking away from whatever programs we have, just like the thing with the food. They're not allowing food programs for the poor children, but they increased their money for their own dinners. I mean, how much more disgusting can these people be? So this is like a wake-up call. What they have done this time is over the top, holding the country hostage, okay? Because what? McCarthy wanted power, okay? So he agreed to all this crap. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here. I think that was a pretty strong read, what's coming out, what's coming down the pike, and what they're up to. Okay? Seeing what they're up to. Oh my God, I'm watching my little fishes. Now that Felix is gone, the Siamese fighting fish, the two little neons that are usually one in one corner, one hidden the other, they're out there just swimming like back and forth and chasing each other, and you know, it's a whole different dynamic in there today versus when we had Felix in there. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see you online.